voice of the people, 90.3 FM. Everyone, welcome to Front Page Review on this dial. My name is Jude, Ikami Jude, and I'm here because you're there. Check the time, it's 7:02 a.m. and of course, today is the 15th day in the month of July 2025, and I've got several information for you just this morning. I'm going to be taking you through several newspapers as usual, from the Punch newspaper to the Sun, of course, Guardian, Vanguard, Daily Post, Daily Thrust, and of course the Nation newspaper. All of this for you to give you all of the information that you need this beautiful morning. Of course, well, I am going to punch it this morning. Yeah. Well, when I say punch it, I mean I'm talking about Punch newspaper. Okay? So when you hear me say punch it, then I'm going to start with Punch newspaper. So let's take a ride. Daura King's men, associates reflect on Buhari's final months. 8 banks record 156 billionaire impairment charges. Using breast milk to treat eye infection may lead to blindness. According to an ophthalmologist, he said using breast milk to treat eye infection may lead to blindness. Oh, but it wasn't so in those days. In fact, let me leave that. Oyefolu or Jedeji will help me understand this better. Don't probe Obaseki. Wiki advises Okpebholo. Don't probe Obaseki. Wiki advises Okpebholo. And then moving on to some of the headlines now. National Assembly suspends plenary in honor of fallen ex-president. And then fuel subsidy removal necessary, says Bola Ahmed Tinubu, reiterating that to all Nigerians. And then soldiers bar traditionalists from Awujale's Muslim funeral. 2027, Adeleke attacks Aregbesola over plan to oust governor. Naira rebounds to about 4 months high, and of course trades for about 1,518 naira per dollar. Ogun workers begin strike over 82 billion naira pension deductions. Natasha fires back at Akpabio over reinstatement challenge. And then to some of the headlines now. Let me just get to the Metro corner here quickly. 4 court is wanted after deadly attack on Ogun community. Abductors of Delta contractor demand 100 million naira ransom. Ogun varsity students resort to self-help over robbery attacks. And then, police rescue 39 Ghanaians and others in trafficking crackdown. 3 Abia kidnapped victims rescued. 2 million naira ransom recovered. 10 Anambra Union members arraigned over cyber stalking. EFCC secures conviction of 5 internet fraudsters in Kwara State. Let me leave the Metro corner to some political stories now. Obi will contest in 2027 with or without coalition, says Tanko. Obi will contest in 2027 with or without coalition, says Tanko. And then, allies turned opponents, Tinubu's old friends, now working against his re-election. We don't do it. Wike cautions Okpebholo against Obaseki's probe. We don't do it. So you see now. Okay. 2027, Kaduna opposition unites under ADC to dethrone APC. National Assembly suspends plenary to honor ex-president Buhari. And then, crowd receives Aregbesola as ADC kicks off Osun membership drive. And from here, I will move to the Sun newspaper. Yeah, the Sun is just right here. All eyes on Daura as Buhari goes home. Immortalize Buhari by naming any critical national asset after his name. Aliyu Ibrahim appeals to President Tinubu. And I think, what's his name now? He was saying, why not name, instead, you want to name everything, he said, why not name Air Nigeria after Buhari? If that's the way to go, name everything after Buhari, including Air Nigeria. Okay. All eyes on Daura as Buhari goes home. And then to some of the stories, CBAAC extend condolences to ex-President Buhari's family. Buhari, Shetima visits Aisha Maman Daura in London. ADC declares 3 days mourning, suspends all political activities. ADC declares 3 days mourning, suspends all political activities. PDP plots Tinubu's defeat in 2027 at Edo stakeholders meeting. FCT polls now. PDP task candidates on party loyalty. Buhari, president whose cautious space, health challenges marked his tenure. Buhari, National Assembly, from firebrand independence to strategic partnership. ADC, more than a party, it's a promise to rebuild Nigeria. Oga is the one speaking here. Still serving you stories, but then is the last one, courtesy the Sun newspaper. FCT polls, PDP charges candidates on party loyalty. And then we move from the Sun newspaper to something else. This time around, Guardian will guide us into the next set of headlines. Fuel attendant found dead after suspected one-chance abduction in Abuja. And then NDLEA repels armed cannibalists. Can I get that story again? Okay, let's see if it will pop up again. Court dismisses Iyabo Ojo's ₦1 billion defamation suit against Anjorin. Lagos landlord flees after threatening to kill female student. Delta agency begins flood control operations in Asaba. And then Julius Berger moves to deliver Warri Eforum project on schedule. Marwa mourns Buhari. EFCC arraigns man for ₦5 million fraud in Maiduguri. Kwara court sentences 4 to internet fraud. Okay, I think I'll move from here now to Vanguard. Vanguard has got plenty other stories for us this morning. Let's check it out. Buhari resisted IMF, World Bank to protect the poor. Waba, ex-NLC president, is the one speaking. He said Buhari resisted IMF and World Bank to protect the poor. And then, visa overstay. US threatens Nigerians with deportation and permanent travel ban. Once you overstay in the US is now threatening Nigerians with deportation and permanent travel ban. Okay. On Buhari now, Tinubu sets up 9-man committee as burial holds today. UBA Business Series addresses capacity for building sustainable partnerships. SEC raises alarm over 4-man and bonding firm and, of course, warns investors. SEC raises alarm over 4-man and bonding firms, warns investors. 2027, INEC commences nationwide CVR exercise ahead August the 18th. Naira rises to 1,545 naira per dollar in the parallel market. Naira rises to 1,545 naira per dollar in the parallel market. Dangote plans seaports to exchange export of fertilizer and others. Why I support ADC's coalition but remain in PDP, says Lamido. 4 dead as 3-story building collapses in Kano. Gunmen kill community leader in Bayelsa State. So some other stories now. Why I support ADC's coalition but remain in the People's Democratic Party, says Lamido. Don't probe Obaseki. Wike tells Okwewolo, we don't do that. We don't do that. 2027 presidency may use courts to sabotage APC's momentum, says David Mark. Adeleke slams Aregbesola. Your tenor was the worst in Oshun's history. Is that true? We'll fast track and see if that's true. Yeah. Moving on to another newspaper now, this time Daily Trust. Yes, let's trust these guys for more. Yeah. How Lagos local government election was won and lost. Succession move begins as Awujale is buried in Ijebu land. Daura set for Buhari's burial as Nigeria mourns. Mixed reactions trail Buhari's death. I think we discussed that yesterday. We'll discuss more today. Let me let you know that when I'm done with these headlines, Rufai Oseni will be joining me here. And then when I'm done with Rufai Oseni, Prince Chilaka, who is a political enthusiast, will also be joining me this morning. All right? So we can have a deep look at some of these headlines and help you understand what is actually going on. Okay? How Lagos local government election was won and lost. Let's get back on track now. Succession move begins as Awujale is buried in Ijebu land. Let me give you 4 more here. Gunmen kill 1,111 Nigerians. Abduct 276 in June. Only June. There is a report here. It says gunmen killed 1,111 Nigerians. 1,111 Nigerians. And of course, abducts 276 in June. That is last month alone. And somebody would say insecurity is what again? Okay. Well, coalition unveils roadmap to sack APC in Kaduna and Kogi State. I have forgiven Buhari. Buba Galadima mourns. And then finally here, 92-year-old Cameroonian president seeks 8th term in office. 92-year-old Cameroonian president. His name is Paul Biya. In case you don't know, his name is Paul Biya. He is seeking 8th term in office. And he has been there for 40-something years now as the president of Cameroon. Africa. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Check it time, 7:16 a.m. I move now to Daily Post newspaper. Akume, Wike, others in Tinubu's committee for Buhari's burial. Nigerian market has reduced fuel prices as federal government shuts down economy in honor of Buhari. I take that again. Nigerian marketers reduce fuel prices as federal government shuts down the economy in honor of Buhari. Buhari's death. Nigerian government declares today public holiday. Tuesday, public holiday. Buhari, Northwest governors declared Tuesday public holiday. Shetima visits Aisha, Buhari's children in London. There are photographs to show that. And then to some of the national stories, Buhari prayed in Jesus' name. Bodyguards, driver were Christians. Pastor Bakare is the one speaking. Buhari prayed in Jesus' name. bodyguards, driver were all Christians. How come we didn't know this? Okay, but this is Bakari speaking here. Pastor Bakari. And then last year to issue certificates of return to newly elected Lagos chairman tomorrow. I forgive Buhari all he did to me. Buba Galadima is the one speaking. And to Kwara State now, residential buildings sealed in Ilori over illegal waste disposal. Pastor Tunde Bakari declares air on agreement with Buhari to succeed him as president. Buhari, UK government finally mourns ex-president of Nigeria. To some of the political stories, the agenda for 2027 is to remove Tinubu from Aso Rock, says Edo PDP. The agenda for 2027 is to remove Tinubu from Aso Rock. This is Edo PDP speaking. We are not interested in merger, Abia PDP. Forgive us for failing to retrieve your mandate, PDP begs Edo people. ADC coalition is to save Nigeria, not about politics, says Lamido. INEC, NURTW strategize ahead of Osun governorship election. And finally here, ADC dead on arrival, lacks viable policy alternatives. This is APC chieftain Adekombi speaking here. And just few more here. I'll serve you some few stories courtesy the Nation newspaper. Napoli puts fresh hurdle before Galatasaray to grab Osimhen. A patriot, advocate of transparency gone, says Olawipo Hashim. His death, a great loss, says Khan. Autumn, it's death, a loss to Nigeria. His death, a loss to Nigeria. He was national symbol of service, moral leadership, says Marwa. Oshibaju, governors, Dangote, others mourn Abujale. World leaders extol ex-president's role. And again, just right here, we say, may the soul of our former president, Muhammadu Buhari, continue to rest in peace. Perfect. Right now, we join Rufai Oseni. Yeah, let's get to hear from Rufai Oseni. Okay, he's going to analyze some of these stories and, like I said, help us understand what is actually playing out. Okay, right now, let's join Rufai.
Right, there are many stories making the round. So, the Awujala of Ijebuland has been laid to rest. Like his family didn't announce yesterday that there was going to be a burial by 4 p.m. And a lot of people have been talking about his legacies. President Buhari is going to be laid to rest later today. In fact, we hear his body is going to hit Katsina at around 12, and then the burial is going to be around 2. All the top dignitaries, flags are being flown at half mast. It's going to be, a public holiday tomorrow just to be able to pay tribute, to this man. But still talking about his legacies, and I've been hearing a lot of Nigerians saying, don't speak ill of the dead. Yes, there's that injunction of don't speak ill of the dead, but there is no better time to review a man's legacy than when the man is gone. And the truth has to be said. Okay. And that's why we like to call on leaders to do right when they are alive. We keep saying don't speak ill of a man when he's gone. What about the people that were killed during NSAS? Is it because those ones were not presidents? We shouldn't speak about what happened? Was that the best way we could have managed it? What about those people that were incarcerated due to political vendetta? So we shouldn't speak about that. What about journalists that got unfair treatments? We shouldn't speak about that. What about under his administration, people that were found for corruption? There are many people that served in Buhari's administration that are being questioned over corruption as we speak today. That the same corruption was very, very stunning when Nigerians learned about them. We shouldn't speak about that. You see, those are the reasons why Africa does not achieve its enviable height. Because when we sweep things under the carpet and we don't have a system of accountability that holds our leaders accountable and that asks veritable questions, then our continent will never move forward. What about the people that have been victims of his leadership? What about the people that were called a dot in the circle? What about people that lose their livelihoods and probably committed suicide because Twitter was banned and their form of livelihood were hurt? You see, people need to realize that as a leader, your words and your decisions matter a great deal. There could have been a better way to handle the NSAS situation rather than leading to bloodshed and people keep crying. What about parents that bury their children during NSAS? There's always a better way to doing things. But did we introspect? Because you see, in life, there will be a day you will give accounts. And that's why I was talking about the Kenyan president the other day. I was saying that they should shoot his own citizens in the leg. Those that are causing mayhem because they are protesting and there's vandalism going on. So that's the best approach. And at some point, we are saying we should not demand accountability. You see, it's because of Africans are very dogmatic and they don't demand accountability. That's why you have people like Paul B at 92 still trying to run. It's because we don't demand accountability on how our nation is going to get better. That's why at the same time you had two former Nigerian presidents in the UK to seek healthcare. The same Nigeria that at some point the Saudi royal family, we've been told, used to come to seek their healthcare here. The healthcare system have just been so degraded. Abdul Salami Abubakar and former President Muhammadu Buhari were both in the same hospital in London. I checked that hospital, it's lasted over 100 years. But it's because people take care of the London clinic. The Devon of Duchess wing.
Of course.
So when are we going to have such an infrastructure? And it's because we don't hold ourselves accountable. That's why people take us for a ride. So in this spirit of not speaking ill of it, we also have to state the facts. I mean, all these things I said that happened during Buhari's time. Yes, you will argue with me, okay, he did rail, he did infrastructure, and he brought about electricity reform bill, he signed PIA, all right? He set up humanitarian ministry, but almost of these things, we knew how they were dogged with corruption. Okay, take the humanitarian ministry, for instance.
Okay.
The former minister of the humanitarian ministry, look at the corruption that happened. Till today, we've not gotten to the end of it. So these are the things we keep talking about. Public accountability. If you don't want them to scrutinize you when you are gone, do well while you're alive. I mean, those speaking of them, there are people that they died till today, their death is still being celebrated with full memory. People like MK Abiola. I'm not saying Abiola was a perfect man too in his lifetime. He had his own shortcomings. But largely, a lot of people keep, celebrating him. So as he's being laid to rest tomorrow, these are the things we should reflect on.
Today, yeah.
Secondly, you see, politics is a very dynamic game. And I will cite two instances. Now, after Senator Natasha Akpoti filed a case as an appeal to the judgment against her, Senator Akpabio too has now filed a case as a cross appeal. So both of them are going to be going to the Court of Appeal now. On the grounds that Senator Akpabio is also trying to tell them to review the judgment that he thinks was in favor of Natasha Akpoti. Natasha Akpoti filed her cross appeal against the contempt issued against her. The question is, when is this matter going to be solved?
Okay.
So it's not a case of litigation. There are many other pending court cases about defamation. Look at Osun State. Adeleke is there. Adeleke and Rauf Aregbesola had no problems. In fact, they were both seen in public. Until recently, when Rufai Oseni joined ADC and he says they are going to unseat Adeleke, Adeleke too looks at it and says, no, 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 no. I'm not going to take this. So all of a sudden, people that were in good mood when they were both probably on the same side against Tinubu at some points, now they are loggerheads because Adeleke too is also trying to cozy up to President Tinubu. While all of that is happening, you see Labour Party and Abure going to have a meeting with Wike. And you wonder, who was Abure before Peter Obi came to Labour Party? But you see the way political dynamics play out. And you see what happened. But you see, the thing that shocks me about these political leaders is, if they ever do this for the interests of their people, will say, oh, at least they are solving problems. With all of this political power they've been grabbing, Nigeria does not have potable water. You can't open a tap and get government utility water. I've asked Governor Sanwo-Olu many times. He said they are going to fix the water. Maybe they are working on it tomorrow. So when you now see a certain political party sweep all the local government seats, the question is, okay, what has been the impact on the life of the people? Is it to clean gutter, to do roads? Things like basic water, healthcare? And you see, when we don't hold people accountable, we don't move forward. But when you want to hold people accountable in this country, they tell you, oh, based on tribe and religion and other factors, you don't do that. Because the country will never move forward if we keep doing that. And that's why all the problems we complained about 10 years ago, we are still complaining about more problems. The next 10 years, we'll complain about something 10 times more than what we're complaining about. But when you look at what we can do, if you had a leader that is upright and that thinks well and thinks in the interest of the people, Nigeria can actually be great, but the people have their role to play. And that's why I'm leading the bandwagon for electoral reform. See, 2023 will be like 2027. I'll be saying it every day, unless we push for electoral reforms. And the question is, when these politicians grab the power, what do they do? It's not that they even use to turn around the lives of the people. So there's so much. This country is so blessed. Over 200 million people. We shouldn't be living in this abject poverty. In fact, the population should be a gift to us to be able to accelerate growth and development. Nigeria should be a beehive of activities for factories. But how will factories thrive when they are being killed with high taxes and corruption?
Okay.
So we must do a lot for a lot of people in respect. See, I'd like to bring this to our notice. Another Nigerian legend, Kadri Kana, is down health-wise. Check out when we posted this on his page. Please, let's reach out to him. It's sad that people that spend their life doing well for the country, when it's time for us to do a lot in return for them, we can't. They can't afford basic health care and the likes. And this keeps happening. So you wonder. I think the other time, Mama Jupidik was saying, oh, they have something in place, something like a healthcare scheme. It's so sad the way the economy runs in this country, that people that served in this country before, there's no social health buffer for them. And all of them just get down. And when they get down, health-wise, people have to literally beg. Look at the likes of Fregene. So we need to be able to look deeply and ensure we please do something for Kadri Kana. They said he was being transfused. He was in the specialist hospital in Roa. Let's do a whole lot better for these our legends. Let's invest more in healthcare. Let's do what will make the country be a whole lot better. Wike is saying today that Okpebolo should not spend his time on probing Obaseki.
Yes,
He should focus on his work.
Yes,
I don't believe in that.
You don't do that.
There must be accountability across board.
That.
If Obaseki has anything to hide, then we should not just allow it go. We should not just allow it go. And we should be careful. Look at it today. Obaseki is no longer governor. We remember when he was fighting with his deputy and they were going back and forth at each other. And he was hounding. So You see, a lot of people fail to realize that life itself is transient. It's but a fleeting gift. And the greatest thing is what you do with any privileges you have. Because anything God gives you in this life is but a privilege. And what you do with it is what He will judge you by. So, America quickly, President Donald Trump has said that he's going to actually release missiles to the Ukrainians to be able to fight the Americans' offensive missile. In fact, he was with the leader of NATO today, Mark Rutte, the former Dutch Prime Minister, and they were talking about, allowing Europe to be able to buy those missiles, supply Ukraine. And they're saying that they're going to bring heavy sanctions on Ukraine. And when President Trump was talking, heavy sanctions on Russia, I beg your pardon. When President Trump was talking, he said, "Oh, Putin has deceived other American leaders in the past. He didn't deceive me." But he deceived you, Trump. When are we going to learn to tell the truth? He deceived you. Because this was the same you we told that Putin will not make peace. And you said no. But when you now see that the game is not in your favor any longer, that Putin has just been deceiving you. In fact, he said during that press conference that he spoke to Putin that night and Putin gave him reassurances. That same night, he had Putin bomb some parts of Ukraine. So, hopefully, let's see how all these sanctions will work against Putin. But Putin has a way around this action. When they block SWIFT and everything, they said 500% tariffs for countries that trade with Putin. Let's see how all of this. Anyway, Senator Lindsey Graham is still trying to propose all of that. Let's see how all of that pans out. All we just want is a fight against tyranny, because we can't allow tyranny happen in the world. Just like we're also calling out the Americans for supporting an aberration, genocide against the people of Palestine. And for people that make the argument, oh, what about 7th of October? Yes, Hamas did something that is very bad, which we have condemned. But if Hamas killed 1,500, you have killed 57,000 people in return. Does that make it equal and balanced? You've destroyed and decimated the country. If you keep claiming 7th of October, what about the killing going on by Israelis in the West Bank as under Israeli occupation? So we keep saying that let's call a spade and see the truth the way it has to be said at all times. It is well. But leaders need to do well. They need to do right. They need to be fair to generations yet.
Thank you, Rufai.
As we mourn President Buhari today, it's a time for sober reflection for all of us.
Okay.
2027 elections will come. Politicians will come and tell you that they want power. The question we should ask them is, when they get the power, what do they do with the power? Is it for the benefit?
Thank you, Rufai. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. And just like well, I don't know. Just like Rufai Oseni is saying that Nigerians are mourning. Some persons think Nigerians should not mourn for any reason. That's where I want to take up this conversation with a political enthusiast right here in the studio, Prince Chilaka. Good morning to you. Welcome.
Yes. Good morning, Judy. How are you?
Beautiful morning to you. Yes. Let's quickly have it now. Reactions have continued to trail the death of President Muhammadu Buhari. Some Nigerians expressed happiness, while some prayed for his soul to rest in peace. I don't know. What are your own reactions?
Well, I'm not going to hide my reactions. I'm not going to hide how I feel. But how I feel is I put that out yesterday on my social media handle that I'm not one of those who believe in speak no ill of the dead. I don't.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't believe that. If you've done something wrong and you die, people should tell you the truth. They should actually allow your family to suffer it.
Family?
Yes, they should tell you because
why? They didn't know anything.
No. Your family was there when you were misbehaving. They did not call you to order. So if you are a thief and you die, nobody should come and paint it blue. Nobody should come and tell us, oh, this person was nice. This. No, say the truth as it is. Buhari has a former president, inflicted pain, hardship, poverty on Nigerians. So why is it that suddenly all the Nigerian elites and leaders are coming out to sing praises of him? Yet, this was a man they all condemned when he was alive. So why do we pretend to ourselves? Why do we pretend so much in this country? Why are we not telling ourselves the obvious truth? Why? So we need to tell ourselves the truth. There's nothing hidden under the sun. What we're having today, everybody is feeling the pain. So it's not like, oh, everybody keeps saying, oh, he's so nice, his administration was this. No. But that's not what it is. People should say the truth as it is. That's where I stand.
So you told the part of Omo Ileshowore, right? Because he said so many nasty.
It's not about saying nasty things.
Listen, maybe I should call it nasty things.
Jude, it's not about saying nasty things.
Let me read what he said. He said that he described the late president as a tyrant. This man just died now. Huh? Yeah, this man just died. And then he said Muhammadu Buhari slaughtered hundreds of Shiites, men and women, and even children. He ordered soldiers of the Nigerian army to open fire on peaceful NSAS protesters waving the Nigerian flag. He disappeared, Dangiata. And of course, he ordered the massacre of young Southeasterners who he branded as IPOB. He disobeyed court orders, jailed critics arbitrarily, destroyed the economy, and ruined everything he touched. And now, because he is dead, some people with selective memory want us to mourn or worship him. It's shameful. That's what he said.
Has he said anything that is not what it is? Has he said anything? I mean, normally, if sure whether and I don't patronize him, but I mean, when the truth is said, why must we pretend about it? Nobody's talking about the abduction of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya under whose regime. Nobody's talking about the Python dance. Nobody's talking about calling a tribe, an ethnic group, calling them a dot. Nobody's talking about suddenly he has become the bride. He has become so clean. He has become so loving. I mean, come on. We need to stop pretending to ourselves in this country. Honestly speaking, we need to stop it. Our political class and our elites have continued to play on the sensibility of the Nigerian people.
Prince Chilaka, this man is late already.
And so what?
Okay.
He committed crimes. He did a lot of things that were not right. So why won't people say to even when he's dead?
Just like you say, leave it to God.
Which God? No, don't go there.
Face God.
Don't go there.
Let him just face God.
Please don't go there. It is leave it to God that is causing all this problem in this country. People don't speak up when they should speak up because they say, oh, leave it to God. God has given you wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Why are you not using it? Why are you not leaving those gifts from God, leaving it to God? Why are we not walking around naked? Why do we walk about wearing clothes if we have to leave it to God? So I don't want anybody. See, if I die and Jude have done something wrong to you, please, by my graveside, say it. Don't hide it. Don't be pretentious about it. That's the truth.
Whatever we say, those who died during his tenure will not come back. Whatever you say to the soul of the dead now, whether the one who died during NSAS or the one who died the day before yesterday, nothing would happen. I mean, they're gone and they're gone.
They will not come back, but their families are there. Their families are groaning. Their families have been mourning. Some of those who died are the breadwinners of their own families. Where do you leave them? And that's the more reason why we should say the truth. Like Rufai will always say. Say it as it is. So that his own family too will feel the pain that all the others are feeling. By the time you paint it beautifully, they don't understand, they don't feel it. Yes, condolences. Beautiful. Oh, sorry for your loss. But that but must be well addressed. And this is a time for your leaders, your political leaders, to really reflect.
Is it not talking about Buhari the way you're talking about him? I mean, let's go deeper.
I am not from the north.
But what do you think?
I don't care what anybody thinks.
Right now.
No. I have
Good,
to say,
bad, or ugly
let
about
me tell
him.
you
Which?
let me tell you the truth. Nigeria is the country where the oppressed stupidly praise those who oppress them. That is how bad this country is. You see people come online, oh, I'm hungry. Yeah, this government is. Put them tomorrow to go and vote. Give them 1,000 naira, give them 5,000 naira. They will still vote the wrong candidate. And then they will come back. The Nigerian people behave just like the political class. There's no difference. During the day, they criticize the government. They criticize the leaders. In the night, they dine with them. And as I keep saying, those who carry ballot boxes, those who snatch ballot boxes, those who support these bad leaders, can you marry their children? Can you even size up with their children? Nigerian youths need to begin to think as if there is no box. And that is the only way, honestly, that's the only way we can have sanity in this country.
Okay, like I said, I want to go deeper. Permit me. How would you describe the tenor of late General Sani Abacha and that of Muhammadu Buhari?
Well, first of all, you can't put them together. Why? One is democratically elected, one is a military government. And we know that in military government, the constitution is suspended. It's martial law. Mm-hmm. And everybody understands what martial law is. So you cannot begin to compare them. The only one you can start comparing is to compare Buhari, Jonathan, Yaradua, Obasanjo. Yes.
No, we're talking about the impact of these people's government to the economy, to the people,
That's
what we're saying.
How much was the dollar to the naira when Abacha was...
Is that... Oh, okay. So that's the difference.
No,
right?
let me tell you.
Okay.
Once the dollar comes down, every other thing will come down. Nigeria is a country we say, oh, naira. But the naira is not valued in this country. Most people you see today, most people, when they want to collect bribe these days, they don't collect naira. They collect it in dollars. It is safer for them. It is not bulky. In as much as it's not bulky, but it has value. How much was the cost of petrol when Abacha was head of state, and how much is the cost of petrol today? What was the parameter? What was the living standard of Nigerians then compared to the living standard of Nigerians today? Where is the national airline promised to us by late President Buhari? Where is it? So what are we going to be talking about? Why are people being very, very economical with the truth? Suddenly, Pastor Bakari has been all over the place.
I was about to talk about...
Sometimes I just don't understand what is wrong with our religious leaders. I don't understand. Why we lie to ourselves in this country? And yet we want this country to develop.
Showore says, no. We say we don't mourn tyrants. We remember their victims.
The question...
And some will say that's too heavy.
No. The question that is begging for an answer. Jude, you are sitting here and you think it is heavy. If your family member gets killed unjustly under the leadership of a government, what would you do? Would you be happy about it? So much has been said about NSAS. Let's even bring it down to NSAS. At a point, everybody denied shooting. Everybody denied killing of, young Nigerians, youths, the future of this country. Everybody denied killing them at Lekki, but eventually, what happened? Up to today, nobody has taken responsibility for sending the soldiers after Nigerians.
Just like the chief imam of Kaduna Polytechnic, Abubakar Sadiq Doka, he said it's unfortunate that people speak ill of the dead. And that's what I want to ask you. Is it right? Is it necessary? Is it just, what do you think? Speaking ill of the dead.
How did we even come to this, this?
He's dead. He's a dead man.
So if he's dead, everything he has done has been, we should forget it. We should throw away his past, his history, because he's dead. We should rewrite his history because he's dead. Is that what we want? Is that how to build a nation? Is that how to build a family? The reason why people now begin to speak their mind when somebody dies is so that the family members will understand and learn from it. So that those who are also living, that are doing the same thing, will learn from it.
Prince Chilaka, the Imam went further to say that he went on to state that except from the non-payment of debt, like when someone dies and he's owing another person, right? Except that the Prophet Allah has already said he has the power to forgive anyone he wished to forgive. So I'm saying again, why not allow former President Muhammadu Buhari to just rest?
Judy, let me even bring it. It's giving you the Quran and all of that, but let me bring it to the Bible. The Bible says, touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. But today we see those anointed raping small girls. We see those anointed.
Are you sure they are anointed?
We saw those. No.
No. Are you sure these people are anointed?
Jude, calm down. We see those anointed.
No.
Praying,
I don't want you to use the word those that are anointed.
Well, the moment you mount the pulpit as a man of God, it's assumed that you're anointed.
There are those whom were called by Jesus. And there are those who called Jesus.
How did they call themselves?
Not everyone who says Jesus is the Son of God. He's known by...
Now you are going to a different direction.
No.
Because I know, listen,
okay.
Let me see, I deal with a lot of people every day. Different human beings. And there are some people, when you say, what your pastor said is wrong, they'll say, touch not my anointed. Do the prophet no harm. It becomes something that a lot of people who claim to be men of God are using, to hold the people to ransom. But I believe that if you are a man of God and you do something wrong, I'll call you to order, just the way you would also call me to order. I don't have a problem with somebody dying. But what I'm saying is that let us not distort the facts when somebody is dead. Don't come out and say good things. Somebody is a thief, for instance. Don't come out and say he was a nice man while he was alive. Don't say that. Who are you deceiving? So why do we even bring deception into this whole thing? The reason why a lot of Nigerians, like Showara and myself, why we're annoyed is suddenly we are seeing people that while this man was alive, they demonized him. They called him all sorts of names. But now that he's dead, he's now turned into a saint. At what point then do we begin to correct ourselves? At what point do we say the truth to ourselves?
You mentioned Tunde Bakare, Pastor Tunde Bakare, not quite long. He has clarified that there was no written agreement for ex-president Muhammadu Buhari to hand over power to him. He was speaking on TV. He hinted that Buhari would have preferred him as his successor. That was what he said. Do you have any issues with that?
Oh God, Julie, please.
You think he was lying?
The painful part of it is that, like I keep saying, the painful part of it is that a lot of Nigerians that we look up to no longer speak the truth. This is the same Pastor Bakari that told us that he was the next president. He was next in line. He talked about it severally. Now he's talking about your former president praying in Jesus' name. With all this that he's saying, what is the message? The message is he wants us to believe that, President Muhammad Buhari was incorruptible. Is that what he wants us to believe? If he wants us to believe that, then he's also trying to tell us that everything that happened during his tenure, he had no hand in it. He does not take responsibility. How can you have a leader that doesn't take responsibility? How can you have a leader that does not take responsibility? You that you're seated there, don't you take responsibility when your show doesn't go well? You take responsibility. That is what leadership is all about. The buck starts on your table. So what happened in the 8 years of late President Buhari regime? He takes responsibility for it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. How can you be a president and your minister scams 200 million Nigerians, and even you as the president, you went to commission an aircraft that doesn't belong to this country, and you're telling me you're not corrupt? Emefiele is in prison or is on bail, having so many charges on him. All through the period he was in court, why didn't your president, who came out on national radio to tell us that he is the one that gave him instructions to carry out everything, why did he come out and say anything? If, as a president, like the wife has come out to say, he says Nigerians should forgive him, he had the opportunity to do that. He had opportunity.
Himself, you mean?
Yes. He had opportunity to talk to Nigerians. He had ample opportunity to apologize to Nigerians. So why didn't you do that? Is it pride? Is it arrogance? So please, let us tell ourselves the truth. Let us tell ourselves the truth. You heard what Shehu Garuba said the other day. That the rat was something he invented. Look at the kind of charlatans we have as, working in government offices. And then people who were sitting there were clapping. Is there something wrong with Nigerians? Why are we being taken for a ride by those we call our leaders?
I think your words are heavy, really, really heavy this morning, Prince. But then I would want to, please, be calming down.
No, I am not. See, Judah, it's not about coming down. I am not happy with this country. I'm not happy with the kind of leaders we have. I'm not happy with what is going on in this country.
People said that, the former president was a religious bigot. And then Bakari came out to say, no, Buhari prayed in Jesus' name. His bodyguards, his driver, they were all Christians. He prayed in Jesus' name.
Those were things that were said during campaign. And I think Tunde Bakari, with due respect to him, should understand that we have gone past campaigns.
Oh, this one is still campaign?
We have gone past that level. We're faced with the reality. See, I don't know. Why is it that people find it difficult saying what they want to say to people, showing them love, showing them affection when they're alive? Why do we spend so much time and energy trying to rewrite history when the person is dead. All these people today singing the praise of Buhari, why didn't they sing it when he was alive? Jude, I'm asking you. Why didn't they do it? And then suddenly, 8 years, no hospital. So you can imagine what ordinary Nigerians are going through.
Like Buba Galadima, he said he has forgiven Buhari,
So why didn't he forgive him when he was alive? Why didn't he do that? You had so much hatred, so much animosity while the person is alive, and then when the person is gone, you are forgiving that person. What message are you passing? See, let me say this with all respect to everybody. Our leaders should be ashamed of themselves. You leave the shores of Nigeria, you go to UK, you come back in a body bag, and people are happy about it. We don't have hospitals for the ordinary Nigerians. Even our leaders don't have hospitals that will take care of them in this country. Have you ever seen a British Prime Minister come to Nigeria for medical attention and die in Nigeria? Mention one leader, even within the African continent. So, Judy, our leaders need to do it.
Finally, on Buhari, immortalizing him, some persons have said, immortalize Buhari by naming any critical national asset after his name. In fact, it's Aliyu Ibrahim who is telling the president, to immortalize
I agree. After all, our current president has been immortalizing himself. They're naming everything after him. Well, let's start with the national air.
Oh, you?
Yes.
Oh, really?
No, let's start with that. You see, it's when you say immortalize and you start naming structures, let them look for a hospital and name after the late president.
Okay.
All I'm saying is that, see, what goes around comes around. These leaders who have refused to develop this country, these leaders who have refused to look and take care of the ordinary Nigerians, when you die, it is still the same ordinary Nigerians that will dig your grave. They are the same ones that will handle your remains. They are the same ones that will bury you. So the moment you're dead, you fall into the hands of those you refuse to take care of.
All right, this is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, everyone. Yeah. I will be going on a short break, but before that, Obi will contest in 2027 with or without coalition. This is Tanko. There's something I would break here. I'll be right back, everyone. Stay there with me.
It's time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for the October 2025 and January 2026 intakes at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right from Ghana. For more information, contact us at +234 0701 708 9214 or email us at nigeria@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. My name is Jude Ikami Jude, and of course, I have Prince Chilaka just right here in the studio. Now, let's leave Buhari alone and let's just touch on what is happening in the ADC. Atiku, Peter Obi, Mamechi, and the likes. Now, there is a statement made by a former spokesperson for Peter Obi's presidential campaign, Yunus Tanko, a Northerner. I want to clarify that very well. A Northerner. He has declared that the former Anambra State Governor, Peter Obi, will contest for president with or without the coalition ticket of the ADC.
Yeah, but
what is going on already?
There's nothing going on. Everybody,
Because earlier some persons have said,
no.
hey,
everybody
this guy might leave ADC
let me say,
Atiku has...
It's not a matter of leaving.
Okay.
Don't forget that everybody within the coalition have not left their political parties. They have not. The coalition has become a more like a rescue vehicle that is going to tow a vehicle that has, broken down. Yes, that's what it is. The coalition is on a rescue mission. If it gets to where the vehicle that it has to tow and it can't tow it, they look for another one.
Some people are suggesting, like I said, that Peter Obi might leave ADC. Because everyone has been pleading and begging Atiku Abubakar not to contest. Leave this thing for Peter Obi. But right now, with some, body movement and all of that, I just feel...
Ignore the body movement. Atiku will not contest. I keep saying it.
Oh...
I keep saying it.
Well. That's your opinion.
Yes, that's my
but
opinion.
This man has not said anything yet. People have been begging, but he's not said, okay.
But you've listened to Peter Obi.
He's silent on it.
Wait, you've listened to Peter Obi. Even the last interview he had, he said, we have not even started discussing about who would do what. They are still trying to build a structure. So a lot of people are saying what they want to say. People wake up from sleep and they put out something there to keep the media and the people busy. So, there's nothing too hard about it. Peter Obi is a good candidate. He's a good product. He's one of the best Nigeria can ever produce.
I've heard people say if Peter Obi leaves the coalition, he should forget about it. Because the power that be, the power available around the coalition right now, the powers that be, coming together to form that coalition would help Obi sail to the top.
So why don't we wait?
That what we need now is to tell Atiku.
Why is everybody saying Atiku? First of all, Atiku is a Nigerian. Secondly, Atiku is entitled to contest if he wants. So why is everybody saying we're begging Atiku? You are begging Atiku. When did Atiku turn into a demigod? So why don't we just watch and see what happens? Why are Nigerians so impatient?
Okay.
But why is it that it's even more of APC people that are more on the forefront of trying to dictate who will take what, who will do? It's not their business. It is not their business. So why don't we just watch and see?
When you say Nigerians are impatient, are you also aware that campaigns have started somehow?
But it is totally wrong.
Yes, it's wrong, but
it is not.
How impatient?
It is to show you the flaw you have in that 1999 document you call a constitution. It's a flaw and we don't want to address it. Nigerians are calling for electoral reform. But what are your legislators doing about it? What are they doing about it? You saw the sham that played out on Saturday called local government election in Lagos.
You called it a sham.
It's a sham. It is. So let us face the reality.
Okay.
Let us be sincere to ourselves for once in this country.
Okay. Let's get to everyone and hear from them. Nigerians are waiting. All you need to do is just call the number 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. Make sure it's civil, okay? Be as brief as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get to the phone lines now. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, wonderful. This is the first time Pop Chief in calling.
Good morning.
Yes. Please, Judy, my first question is, in this pronouncement, how many world leaders have sent their condolence messages to Nigeria? 2, what is the name of the clinic in London where the purported death took place? Thank you. Have a very good day.
Voila. Hello, good morning here.
Good morning, Nejude.
Good morning.
And good morning, Prince Chilaka.
Good morning.
This is John Legend calling from Mushi. Jude, let me tell you nothing but the truth. If you check at the speech of a president during COVID-19, we have different faces, different people that made that speech during the COVID-19 pandemic. Different people as a president of Nigeria. Thank you. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning too. Good morning. Hello, good morning here. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, Kamijude.
Good morning.
So I want to advise the African leaders and Nigerian leaders to just do something good for themselves and for the country. How can somebody died and people are jubilating? What does that show you? Let them change their character. What does that show you? And you people are not in the mix of. Yesterday I went to a Kotu market. Everybody was jubilating. Everybody was happy that Buhari died. Is it a good thing? Let them change their character. People are jubilating in North that somebody died. Let them change their character. Those that is alive now, let them learn from this one. Let them change their character. It's not good. It's showing that that person is not resting in peace. Because when you want to rest in peace, you work it out when you are alive. Work it out, not all these Baba sentences they used to make when somebody dies. Say, rest in peace, rest in peace. You are the one to work it out when you are alive. It's not good. Let them change their character because of their selfish interest. Let them change their character. It's not good. Everybody was happy, jubilating that Buhari died. Is it good for his relation that is alive? They are hearing it, they are seeing it. Is it good? Thank you. My name is Obinna, calling from Ejigbo, by the way.
Thank you so much, Obinna. I appreciate your call. Well, jubilation. Well, I don't know about that. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Ikamijude.
Good morning.
Yes, my name is Shola. I'm calling from Egbeda.
Okay.
I give your guest, Mr. Anosike, brilliant one. See,
Not Anosike.
whatever.
Prince Chilaka is his name.
Sorry, Prince Chilaka. Yes, sorry. Nice analysis. The truth must be told. Why do we deceive ourselves? Why don't they declare? Why did they declare public holiday for Abacha? Because I don't think Abacha did any worse. The truth of the matter is that we must commiserate. We must commiserate with his loved ones. Life is sacred. But this man brought hardship to Nigeria. And you see the hypocrisy everywhere. We start pretending and eulogizing people that benefited from him. Many Nigerians died. President Tinubu, how many days did he declare public holiday? Do you know how many Nigerians have died? And to cap it all up, look at the shame of a nation. Our leaders keep going to clinic abroad, died abroad. It's a shame. It's a shame. Thank you, Kamidi.
Thank you so much. Hello, good morning here. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, good morning. Is this Kamidi?
Good morning.
Hi, my name is Henry. I'm calling from the Netherlands.
Henry from Netherlands. Good morning to you. Yeah?
This is my first time calling your show. I love to listen, but I don't usually call. The reason why I'm calling this morning is because of this Buhari issue. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm not one to celebrate when someone dies. I don't know if you can hear me or is there an echo coming from
I can hear you. It's noisy there, but I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm on my way to work. So, I'm not one to call when someone dies, yeah? However, in this situation, my problem is, growing up, one of the things my father usually said is that we don't die in other people's land. But it's such a shame that a president who's been a head of state of a great nation like Nigeria would go to another man's land to die after commissioning a hospital of 21 billion naira. that's just my comment this morning.
Okay.
It's such a shame that Buhari died in another man's country, and we have to use our taxpayers' money to go and get him back to Nigeria.
Okay.
They have a nice day.
Have a nice day. Henry from Netherlands. Thank you so much. Let's come back home to Nigeria. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. Uh-oh. Okay. The number to call is 0700 903 903 903. That's the number to call. 0700 903 903 903. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Shudi. Yeah, I greet you.
Yeah.
This is Babaji.
All right.
Let me say this. I can tell you for free, I'm not a fan of Buhari. His policy really affected me. But most people are telling you that if you compare Buhari with now, automatically you will say Buhari is a saint. And Buhari has committed, yes, now. Honestly, Buhari has committed, atrocity to Nigerians. But let us be sincere here. In death, most people are saying that God should not accept his soul even. What about us? Our offices, when we were in school, you did not commit anything against humanity. You did not collect bribe. You did not cheat when you were in school. And at the end of the day, you will come to God secretly, say, forgive me. In death, and somebody said, Buhari did not apologize. He apologized. Go to Punch of April 21, 2023. Buhari apologized to Nigeria. Say, look, if my policy has affected anyone, forgive me. And from that day, I forgive Buhari. He affected me, his policy. I can tell you for free. But if you're a human being, you say you will never forgive human being. What about you? Listen to me now. Are you right? Personally?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate that. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, Jide. Yeah, my name is Prince, calling from Sweden. This is my first time of calling.
Prince, Sweden. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I just want to make it simple. Like your analyst said, you are telling your analyst that people should not celebrate, that they should leave it to God. How can you leave it to God when the voice of the people is the voice of God? So we will not forgive Buhari. He will rest in hell. Even if he come back like he will still go to hell.
Hey. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is John.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Okay, I can hear you now.
My name is John.
Okay. Hello, good morning. Good morning here.
This is Emeka from August.
Emeka, talk to us.
August State. Judah, when we are talking about rest in peace, I think Bible said there is no peace for the wicked. So how are we expecting this man to rest in peace when so many families are weeping and crying, and even the blood of so many people that wasted during this month are still avenged, and you expect him to rest in peace? During the time of cashless, do you know so many people that live in the hospital because they cannot be able to get money to take care of their lovely ones that is on, under emergency because of cashless? Now he has gone. How many things did he go with? So now the one we are into right now, they are still waiting until the day they will die. They will ask them to rest in peace. They will never rest in peace, even from this earth. We are talking about judgment.
It's okay.
Judgment began here on earth.
Thank you.
The voice of people is like the voice of God as it is on earth, so it should be in heaven. So God is listening to the testimonies of people about him. So now, but why won't we tell the people that is in seats right now of the wicked they are doing? Are we waiting until the day they will die? They will tell about the wickedness. The ones on seat now, what Buhari did and what he is doing now, which one is greater than? So one day, let him still listen that people will testify of the same way I testify about Buhari.
Thank you.
own head
Good
unless he
morning,
repents
Thank you
and do
so
right
much.
because a lot of people danger one on his head.
Hello, good morning.
My name is Sus from Suru.
Okay.
Good morning, Sophie.
Yes, good morning.
Commissioner, what's your question? Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Tinubu said before that he inherited a bad economy, of which is showing that he inherited it from Muhammadu Buhari. Already he was condemned the policy of Buhari, and you don't want to allow us to talk on our own mind. People are talking on their mind, and we don't want to allow them. Why?
It's okay.
Allow them say their mind. Even our president, he already work on the protocol. That's an existing protocol. So let people express their feelings.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you.
Don't take it.
Thank you. You just came for me, Sha. Hello, good morning here.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Kamijide.
Yes.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Emmanuel calling from Finland.
Finland, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
First, I greet Prince Kilaka.
Yes, good morning.
Even as a Christian, I don't know where the notion of not speaking ill of the dead is coming from. I would really like somebody to show me, maybe from the Bible or from the Quran. I'm really not sure. That's by the way. See, I don't know. I leave it to people who choose to forgive or not forgive, or choose to talk about or not to talk about our late presidents. I leave it to individuals. They will know whether to forgive or not forgive. It's up to them. But one thing is sure. One thing is very, very sure that even you today cannot argue about. That the actions or inactions of the former president has transformed as some life will never be the same again, either positively or negatively. That's one thing is sure, and even you cannot argue about that. His actions or inactions has made life. I mean, there are people that their life will never be the same again. That is for sure. All right, that's by the way. You see, and I ask myself, and I know you will have a negative answer for this. I ask myself many times, are we cursed in Nigeria?
No, we're not.
I wouldn't want to wait for your answer. I know you will say no. But let me explain myself. Please explain to me. Tell me. From the time Aso Rock Villa was built, I believe the first occupant was the Brian Babangida. Well, I don't know if Abacha stayed there, followed by Shoneko, or up to the man with the white beard. I forgot his name now.
The Prince Ilaka.
And followed by other
Abu Salam.
that lived there. Please explain to me. Even the last 8 years of Buhari, nobody could equip even Aso Rock Villa Clinic. From time to time, we hear our politicians being brought back in body bags, just like I said. Every now and then, they are being brought back in bodyguard. So there is no president at any time that will sit down and say, okay, while I am president of this country, there will be no equipment, no medical equipment under the sun that will not be available in Aso Rock Clinic. Let me even extend it to Federal Medical Center Abuja. As long as I am president, any equipment medically will be available in this hospital. At least if I cannot do any other thing, let me do that as a president.
Okay, thank you.
So shameful. This one has to be brought back in body bag.
It's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have to let you go now because of my time, okay? I wish we could talk and talk and talk. But thank you so much, huh?
Bye-bye.
What's your name again? Oh, but he said Finland, right? Everyone, we have to go now because of our time. I will be back here by 10:30 to continue this conversation. You see, I couldn't even read your messages. I won't take calls today. But later on, I'll read your messages. Priscilla, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Everyone, join me by 10:30. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. On social media, IKAMIJUDEH. IKAMIJUDEH. All social media platforms. I love you so much. I'll see you later. Good morning to you.